episode. This episode's for all the grandmas out there.
This one goes out to all the hot gilfs.
Henry Winkler, slay, fuck my dad.
Vivaciously make sweet love to Betty White's giant rump.
Cold Stone Creamery's newest flavor, cold common syringes.
The fuck is this shit, Dapper Dads? Dads?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, episode 77.
Ooh.
The year one of us was born.
We're only 700 episodes away from God's number.
Yes, 777, the Lord's number.
What are we going to do when we get to 666?
Die.
Good.
Yeah.
I was hoping before that.
Fucking,
but
yeah, that's a long way away.
Yeah, I was thinking like episode 100, we blow our brains out.
Well, I'm not above it.
I'm getting a Floyd
You think
card.
I won't do it?
You think I won't? You think I won't do it on this show right now?
You think I won't prove a point? You think I won't Bud Dwyer this whole shit?
Drama, watch out. Slim's got a gun and he's coming up behind you. Oh, God, Drama has AirPods in. Someone help, please.
No, I have Soldier Pods.
Sold only Soldier.
$6.99. So you think I'm not buying Soldier Pods?
I'll buy Soldier
tomorrow?
Pods. Yeah. Do we want to get the game consoles while we're at it too?
I do, but they're not being sold anymore.
No, he's doing another one. They told him not to, and he's like, "Fuck you."
I know,
guys.
but I think he's just not gonna do it. But you can get that shit off Wish. That console seems pretty lit, though.
Yeah,
it's like
all those
600
games on there?
Jeez. Yeah, it's completely illegal.
The only reason,
wildly
yes,
illegal.
wildly, the only reason see, here's the problem. That works as a hustle. So, like, if you're gonna sell it as like a side hustle or something, you can put it on like Facebook sell and like Craigslist, and you can like do it out of your house. You can't be a rapper like that. Like, imagine Quavo selling like knockoff Calvin Kleins through his Instagram and just being like, jeans at the Migos show, pull up, Young Rich Nation, get your Calvins, 2 for $60, 2 for $50 if you got a fat pussy.
Yeah, it's just like Quavo always says. Well, what's funny is Soldier Boy, it's just like drop shipping, so he had no part of it. He just made a ton of money. And
Yeah.
had possibly a lawsuit.
Oh,
A
he's definitely
huge
got a huge lawsuit coming.
Well, they told him just to stop.
The
but,
only reason I want the Soldier specific one is because I really hope, because like you have you played around with like the Nintendo Classics at all?
Yeah.
You know how it's just like all the games are there on
Yeah.
the load screen? I just want it to be like him and his music playing on
Yeah,
the load
I
screen
also want
and
that.
like in between games, but it doesn't affect the game at all. Like, I want him to give a little commentary about
Yeah.
each game before you play it, and then you play it.
Yeah, we'll have to. I would
Let's get in touch
definitely-
with him. I
would
feel like
definitely
you'd
buy
do
one.
it with us.
Yeah.
Send us an exclusive console
Yeah.
that we could review on the air.
There we go. We'll get in. Soldier, I know you're listening. Have your people call our people. We don't have people. www.thedapperdads.com. That's where all our people live. They're in the computer. Get
I
them out.
had a weird dream about our website the other day. Believe it or not, I had a dream
At
that
least someone's dreaming about it.
I had a dream that it somehow became more interactive, but everything was black and pink.
All right. So
I'm not saying I wasn't
I
drunk.
see the direction we're
I was
going
definitely drunk.
in. I see the direction we're going in. Your dreams are better than mine.
Mine, I don't wake up screaming as much for my dreams.
I haven't woke up screaming in a while.
Hey, that's
Knock
really
on-
good.
Knock
I'm
on your
actually-
wrecked dicks, listeners.
I'm actually really proud of you. If you want to say how proud you are of drama, we have anonymous submissions on our website because we
Yeah.
know no one's gonna fess up to it.
Isn't that the truth?
Also on the website, we got some fantastic merch. We got some shirts. We got some new shirts coming in 2019. But so why don't you
Yes.
buy up all the old ones before they're gone?
Yep.
You can also send pictures of things that you think would make Drama proud to dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. We're also still taking resumes for people who think they can square up with us and people who think
Is
they
that
can be.
what it was?
It's got to be one of them. We're
Yes,
also.
but just send a resume and send your skills, and we'll decide if we
We'll
want to
decide what we want
to.
to. Yeah, we'll decide what we want to do with you. We're also trying to get the Dapper cult going this year.
Yeah.
So if you can think of a good initiation to get into that, go ahead and send a video of you doing it to us.
Okay.
We like surprises.
Bold statement.
I just
but,
want
I'm
people to
backing it.
send us videos of them doing things because they love us so much, like crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want people to like carve Dapper Dads into their chest
See,
or
that's
anything
all I
like
can
that.
think.
Yeah, that's what I
That's all I
think.
can think.
That's not what I want, but I just
It's
want
not
like
what I want either.
I just want people to like throw eggs at people out of car and like scream some catchphrases at them and put it on video. You know, I feel like
Yeah,
that's a good
allegedly.
place. Allegedly,
Yeah.
you know, we're not going to endorse anything, but if you do some crazy shit and send it to us, we can't say we won't love you forever for it.
Yeah, it's like every TV show that has like clips from the internet, and they're like, we don't want you to send clips from the internet, but they want clips from the internet.
like they
You
just
know what I
have
mean?
to
That's
say
their
that
whole
they
bread
don't.
and butter. Yeah, don't send them to us directly. Don't do what we do. But
Yeah.
like, fucking do it already.
Also, while you're there, subscribe to our Patreon. We have a fantastic thing going on over there. If you love what you are hearing, for $5 a month, you can get at least one exclusive episode that we put out. We also throw some goodies on there. There's some exclusive content that you can only get on the Patreon. If you think we're wild on this, it is a whole nother beast that we transform into. It is like a big cloud from a cartoon of dogs running with paws and everything sticking out of it, except it's just a bunch of beer cans and dicks and weird things.
It's more like when like a cartoon dog sees another attractive cartoon dog and their tongue unrolls
and like their heart pounds out of their chest and they're like, oh,
yeah, and they die. Just like anyone who sees an attractive woman, you'll die. Don't look. Call 402-7-DAPPER. It's 402-732-7737. Text us whatever you want. It does receive pictures. Or leave us a voicemail of whatever the fuck you see fit.
We did get a fantastic picture dropped to the line that we need to talk about.
Yes. Also, for the merch, just to jump in, our store does not support shipping things to other countries, but we did ship our first international shirt.
Yes, we did.
So we can do it. It can't be done through the website. So if you're listening in a foreign land, just get in touch with us, one of the many ways we're talking about right now, and tell us you're interested, and we can set that up. Shipping appears to be extremely reasonable.
Very
somehow.
Reasonable. We were under
actually cheaper than
we were
the
under
continental U.S.
Well, come to think of it, when I order things off of like Wish, some of the shit is just like free, but you pay like $5 for the shipping.
Yeah.
So like it's really not that far fetched to think that sending things to other countries is that crazy.
But yeah, I mean,
So 2019, Dapper Dads are officially doing international shipping on our merchandise. So
just get in touch with us. It on the website will say U.S. only, apparently,
but
we can do it through the website, but then we got to pay money all the time, and you guys don't buy.
But we can finagle
shirts.
it for you. We love you so much that we figured out a system to get the shirts
we got
to
it.
you.
So if you're listening somewhere and you were heartbroken that we can't get you a shirt, the times have changed.
Now, if you are in another country and you order a shirt, what I really, really, really want is like the listener to wear the shirt in a photo from like something really scenic or cool from where they're from. Like that would touch my heart in a really special way,
If you get a shirt at all, send us a picture of you in it and then tell us we can use it and we'll throw it online, because we've gotten some beautiful photos of people in shirts doing different things.
Yeah, we would love to throw you guys up on the website so all of our sexy listeners can see you.
And you can get a mug and you can fill it with hot coffee and throw it in your bitch of a wife's face.
It's true.
Allegedly. We don't condone it.
She's a handsome woman.
She's like 7 handsome women.
Standing shoulder to shoulder in a big sweater with a bad fucking attitude. She is mean to me.
Follow us on Twitter at DapperDads. We are followed by Paula Abdul. Don't think we've forgotten about that.
We haven't forgot about you, Paula. We love you.
So we have
waiting for you to come hang out in the dungeon with us. We got
open invitation.
Open invitation. Kurt will be there rubbing his little belly for you.
Kurt will be rubbing something.
He'll be rubbing a couple.
We'll all be rubbing.
He'll be rubbing a couple little things for you.
Follow us on Instagram at dapperdadspodcast. No one of note follows us. Sorry if that doesn't apply to you.
We exclusively don't allow followers, but come and like the pictures.
Yeah, like them all and show them to your grandma and hold her dearly.
I
do also want to we again still are looking for the sweet 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts / iTunes. We have gotten a surplus here. We got a couple in, and I wanted to read off 2 that came through recently that I was fond of.
Fantastic. Let's hear them.
One, the title is Getting Brain from Jesus, which I'm a real big fan of. It's from...
Talk shit like a preacher.
It's from Noir. It's like a R, like a pirate, but with no in front of it. It says, fairly new listener. I'm barely on episode 17. Hearing these 2 dads gives me hope. In the past, I had nothing but bad experiences with the state of Illinois, but they are turning me around. Gotta cut this short. My joint pain is acting up again. So shout out to
I like everything about that.
Yeah, I know.
Just everything about it is really pleasing.
Tell us what Illinois did to you. My favorite thing.
Yeah, please.
We've had all we have now is people who are just recently diving in. So yeah, this was left just a couple days ago. So.
Which is crazy because listening back, I feel like we're completely different people. Like the show's evolved into something so much worse.
It's so much better and so much worse. So yeah, Noir. When you catch up, tell us that you heard this and fill us in on the state of Illinois and your joint pain. We also got one from G Suaves, and
G Swervo.
It kind of it looks similar to that. It says, they're my aesthetic. It says, put in your headphones and prepare to cackle like an idiot in front of your coworkers. The Dapper Dads will have you laughing until you cry and using obscure references that no one will understand. Tell your friends, tell your grandmother, the Dapper Dads are a good time for all. That one is very well written.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone who leaves a review.
Yeah, seriously. Anytime you guys love us, it's like we've been like starved for love, and so it's accentuated times 10. So thank you so much.
Yeah, there's other great ones on there as well. We've been over quite a few of them. But yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna pull from that one because I like put your headphones in and prepare to cackle like an idiot in front of your coworkers. And we're a good time for all. I think that's highly
Grandmas
debatable.
are also a recurring theme I'm noticing. Is the theme tonight grandmas?
Yes. Sit your grandma down and play this for her.
Specifically this episode. This episode's for all the grandmas out there.
Yeah, this one goes out to all the hot gilfs.
All the gilfs you can handle.
I like to unravel me a gilf.
You ever see a gilf with implants? It's really upsetting because like everything's saggy but the boobs, but like you're okay with it.
Yeah, it puts a weird feeling in your body.
It's like when you take a Xanax and you think nothing's gonna happen, but then a lot happens. That's what I think.
It's like a hot grandma.
Yeah, you look at them and you think nothing's gonna happen, and then their clothes come off, and then a lot happens.
Yeah, a lot of undressing of grandmothers.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of undressing grandmothers, but there's some good looking older ladies that take care of themselves out there. You know, it's all about how you take care of yourself.
I seen a picture of these 3 white women, look like they're from the South, probably not great people.
Where all the white women at?
Short Daisy Dukes, plaid shirts, and they were all dressed the same, and it was granddaughter, mother, and grandma, and they looked like 5 years apart. They were all just fucking smoking. And realistically, because you could be a grandma.
3 generations of hot.
Yeah. You could be a grandma at like at least 32. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2
oh, yeah,
16-year-olds?
absolutely. Yeah.
Even
2
lower than
16s?
that. Yeah, 2 16s.
Now we can talk some shit.
Yes, you can talk some shit to that grandmother. But you know what I mean? You could be a young grandma.
Yeah, because I mean, so like if you had a kid when you were like 15 or 16, and then your kid has a kid when they're 15 or 16, that would make you like what, 45, 46 or something by the time you by the time that so
if you had a kid when you were 15 and then that kid had a kid when they were 15, you would be 30
by the time that kid was 15. So
then then you'd be 45. But I mean, you can start becoming a grandparent at 30.
Yeah,
if it's really crazy.
Oh yeah,
you could be a hot you'd be a hot grandma then. It'd just be You'd have a you'd have a bangable kid by like 48. You know what I mean? And that's like
you'd
the
still
ideal,
be bangable at 48.
Yeah, that'd be the ideal situation.
I don't know. I've seen some 48-year-olds that are rough.
48's a real gamble because you're just tiptoeing into 50, which is over the hill.
I think anything after 40 is usually a gamble. I feel like any woman in her 30s is still relatively, like, as long as she's good looking, it's relatively okay. But like once
that's the qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
I mean, like, I've just seen some people that
I think it's okay to fuck a 55-year-old if they're good looking.
Yeah, but I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, it's okay to fuck anybody that's of a legal age as long as they look okay.
Yeah, I think that's really what everyone's looking for.
Life's pretty great.
Yeah.
I love being alive.
Life's not dark anymore.
Life's not dark anymore. You can fuck a
55-year-old
tomorrow and it'd be great. Then the next day you could fuck like a 32-year-old.
Yeah, you could just have your pick of the litter.
You could
if you're attractive.
If you're
willing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're all about consent here at the Dapper Dads 2019.
Always. I'm going to jump in and say always.
We're taking a harder stance, stance every year. Like it was a hard stance to begin with, but it's like an even, if there's like a line in the sand, it's a deeper line in the sand now.
We've dug out a line and filled it with concrete.
Yeah, it's filled with
very hard.
It's filled with concrete and shitty men's dreams is what it's.
Our stances have gotten harder. Our penises have gotten less hard.
Mine has gotten about as hard as it could possibly be. I would say it gets so hard that it fucking hurts.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Yeah,
totally.
You know, I mean, like big full erections. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Like real erection. Satisfying, like not at half
I don't
mast.
feel like I have real satisfying ones anymore.
Really?
I mean, from time to time.
You're 44. You should be having the best erections of your life.
Well, I think that's only if you're a woman. Not that the erections are good, just that the sex drive is better.
I'm not saying that the sex drive is better. I'm saying that you should have a solid. I mean, I'm not going to say I got the gumption I did 10 years ago, but like I definitely can still, you know.
I can still get the job done to like a less than satisfactory extent.
Like I still got it.
I mean, yeah, we all have things. I just don't have it like I had it. You know what I mean?
I mean, nobody has it like they had it.
I know.
Like, it's just the way life. It's the way life goes.
I suppose so.
It's true.
I read
right.
read a thing about losing testosterone and how everybody does.
Yeah.
Well, men, primarily men.
Usually
and,
men. More often than not men.
Yeah, how it makes you, like, obviously less of a man, of course.
Well, yeah. That was the title of the
but
article.
It also, like, how you, like, don't feel as, like, strongly. Like, shit that would have, like, pissed you off before. Now you're just like, oh. And I've been having that a lot recently, and I'm like, I guess I'm just lacking testosterone because I don't give a fuck about anything anymore.
We gotta find a way to up your testosterone.
Yeah, I've started taking shots.
I was gonna say, like, maybe a dietary change and some vigorous exercise a couple days a week. But if shots are the way to go, shots are the way to go.
Yeah, talking shots of liquor.
I'm looking for that testosterone hand cream that you just rub in.
Yeah, I'm trying to rub it on my face.
Yeah, I'm trying to rub it everywhere, honestly. Specifically the face and penis.
Yeah.
That's where I need it the most.
That's where I need everything.
I need the beard.
I need everything on my face and my penis.
I need the beard.
I don't care
and
what it
boners.
is.
Food?
Food? Yeah, hell yeah.
So, like a hot meatball sub on your penis.
Yeah.
Okay. Potato salad?
I bet it would make it rougher. Yeah, I'll fuck the shit out of a tub of potato salad. A fitting tub.
Big spicy pot of chili.
It depends what's in it. You don't want, like, too much cayenne pepper.
I mean, there's a lot of cayenne pepper in there.
Well, your chili's too spicy.
Well, then you're not going to stick your dick in it.
I will, just to prove a point. You think I won't?
I think you won't.
Learned? I will.
I think you won't.
Okay. Well, bring out
the
chili.
Come over Monday. There's going to be a big piping hot bowl of habanero chili. Vegan. Oh, it's going to be vegan, and it's going to be hot as hell.
My dick in anything.
So like, you won't put your dick in French fries?
I don't need you to get all fucking technical here.
I'm just wondering, will you put your dick in French fries?
That one seems less satisfying than the rest. A thing of French fries?
Yeah.
No, that's gonna just be pokey and salty.
A sausage biscuit.
Yeah.
Some mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes is like prime. You're gonna put your dick in a food? Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes is at the top of the list. A pizza.
Like heavily whipped. I don't know. I like through a pizza. Are we talking about bigsausagepizza.com?
I'm talking about
bigsausagepizza.com.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's the best. Hey, I got your pizza, and then they open and there's just a big cock
oh
through
my
the pizza.
God!
Oh no, I got the, which is crazy.
I don't have any.
I feel like we might have talked about this before, but if I got a pizza and it had a dick through it, I would be furious.
Who wouldn't be? I would
eat around it, but I would be upset that it happened.
Yeah, I'd try to eat all the pieces that the penis didn't touch and leave the rest for everyone else to eat.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, this.
Hey, you didn't want any of this pizza?
No, there's a clear dick outline of the pizza. Yeah, I got some leftover pizza. Why is it cut like this? I don't know.
I was drunk.
Papa John's is crazy.
Yeah,
and racist.
Yeah, ever since it turns out Papa's racist, which who would have thunk it? Your dad's racist.
Father John?
Father Jonathan a racist? Never. Sad. He had an empire.
Yeah.
Can you imagine losing everything just because you're a horrible piece of shit?
I can't, because I'm not a horrible.
Yeah, we're wonderful human beings.
Yeah,
we're the cream of the we're the cream of the crop.
I'm the cream of the crop. I rise to the top. I never eat a pig because a pig is a cop, or better yet, a Terminator. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I remember rapping the shit out of that when I was a wee topper.
I was gonna say that's an old one right there. That's a throwback.
That's Jump Around, right?
Is it Jump Around?
Is it? No, maybe it's not. What's the other one?
I don't think I know the words to Jump Around. House of Pain? No, that's the band.
It's by House of Pain. Yeah.
The song is by House of Pain?
Yeah. I think it's that. I think it's Jump Around.
It probably is. I don't know.
I'm going to Google it because now thinking about it, if those are the lyrics to Jump Around, then they make a lot of strong statements in there besides just the jumping.
So let's set the scene here. You're at a party. There's a spread of food on the table, like party foods.
It is Jump Around.
Jump Around by House of Pain is playing. Mm-hmm. What food are you sticking your dick in first?
Oh, when Jump Around's playing? Something that I can jump with, because you've seen my high jumps.
Crock pot full of cocktail weenies?
I can't jump around with a crock pot full of cocktail
I would love
weenies.
to see it.
I mean, I could, but they're going to be everywhere.
I just want to see you get drunk and do like some reckless, stupid shit. I don't know why. That just sounds
You know
really
how badly
fun.
I wanted that?
Could we both just like plan this sometime
It's the fucking winter, and everything sucks.
Yeah, everything does suck.
You can't be outside in shorts.
Yeah, we're going to get snowed
My balls
in.
are all sweaty.
We're going to get snowed in here by the time the episode's done.
Yeah, I know. Then we just live here in like a Misery / Shining type scenario.
So who's going to tie up who?
We just record like a 72-hour podcast.
Of us saying the same thing over and over again?
Eventually it'll get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather be Shining or Misery?
Shining, for sure.
Yeah,
More
Shining,
rooms.
for sure. I want to be the bartender in Shining.
I want to be the gross old lady in the bathtub to you.
Oh, interesting.
I also want to
be a real good remake.
I also want to be the guy in the dog suit to you.
Okay, that's what I was hoping.
But then
I'd like to be both the twins
switch
to you.
But then I want to switch it up and have you be in the dog suit for me.
No,
I am chopping through the bathroom to get to you. That's a fact. Here's Slim.
It just doesn't have the same ring to it. Here's drama. That
Ugh.
fits way better.
With your face, too.
Yeah.
Looking really fucking crazy.
When I get,
with the veins popping out and all red.
When
and
I get
everything.
real out there.
Yeah, and I'm sure I could look like a terrified woman in a sweater. I could do that.
Yeah. She has a long face.
Very long face. She was Olive Oil in the Popeye movie.
No one saw Popeye.
I didn't
just
see it
remember
either.
a girl that looked like Olive Oil showing me her boobs at a house party that we illuminated with flip phones. I know I've said this before, but I never forget it.
What about her is what made her look like Olive Oil specifically? Was it like her bone structure?
Kept wailing.
Oh.
And crying comically.
And like her arms look
No,
like they were
that's
made
not-
out
that
of spaghetti.
sounds really
Yeah, that sounds
bad.
really bad because then you all
She was
illuminate.
all
Yeah,
about
she
it.
was crying comically, and then we filmed her boobs with flip phones.
I didn't say we filmed them.
Someone had to. If y'all had
Probably,
There's a
yeah.
grainy
She
like
was-
44K video out
This
there.
was in the fuck was this? It was the same time that girl's mom died and she was screaming in the truck. I've told this whole story.
that
I still wake up
gets to
thinking
me.
about that.
I still wake up
I'd
thinking
imagine
about
I
that,
had
and
to
I
go.
wasn't even there.
When was
You
that?
didn't have to see your fucking mom die.
Yeah, that had to be 07. Prime flip phone, maybe even 6.
So 22K video.
Yeah, I was 22, and yeah,
You were 22 in 07. See, now people are going to be able to do the math. They're going to be able to figure it out.
no one can do the math, just like we can't do the math.
I can do math.
But yeah,
I
so
can do
you
math with money.
don't tell me about boobs until you've had to illuminate them with the flip phone.
What if
Dark
I mean, I'm
Figure.
sure I have at some point in time. I just can't recall the
Thank
specific.
you.
Bless you.
I don't think I've ever sneezed on here.
Not onto the pop filter.
Well, yeah,
like
I wanted
a
to
goddamn
embrace it.
mongrel.
I wanted
like,
to scare people. Someone was listening to that and jumped. You know,
kind of
what I
like when
mean?
you hear like a cop siren in a song and you're
Yeah.
driving around. Yeah. Now someone's going to be at work and they're going to think someone has sneezed on them.
I hope so.
Hmm.
If people are sneezing on you at work, one time when I was at the DMV, I stood up and I turned, and a lady was face to face with me, and she sneezed into my mouth a little bit. And I think that's when all my ailments started. If we can,
That's
trace
what it
back.
was. So you've been affected by the small woman and the little man.
That woman wasn't small; she was my height. We
So
were
the
eye to
tall
eye.
woman
the
and
tall
the little
woman
man.
and the little man.
That's what I'm going to call your
Yeah, they
biography
made a
someday.
they made a
The
very
Curse of the Tall Woman and the Little Man.
they made a very
That's-
average sized child.
A tale of tragedy.
Yeah, I was at the DMV with my mom. I wasn't even getting anything. My mom was
Oh,
just
that's
like, "You
even
got to come
worse.
with me to the DMV."
And you were still like, buy me something.
"Yeah." At some point, are you kidding me? I go
Not
sit
going
at
to the DMV for nothing just to not get like a
and I
Happy
got
Meal.
sneezed into.
How old were you?
I don't know. 33.
Oh, wow. That's real kind of you, 33-year-old drama escorting your poor old mother to the DMV.
She's not that old. She was like 35. Yeah, weird.
A lot of implications there I don't like.
Yeah, it's not what you're thinking.
At what age does she become a grandma?
I gotta have a kid.
Yeah, well, you do. You got the weird
I
Ottoman
mean,
son.
Yeah,
Does he count?
No.
Does she know about your son?
No.
Does your family know about your secret shame?
Okay. Okay, we know what you're doing. Just because you love Pusha T so much doesn't mean you have to out anybody who's hiding a kid. It's getting ridiculous. No, I don't
Let's
think
face
you
the
can
facts. You are hiding a child.
You are hiding an Ottoman son.
Let's face the facts. You're hiding an Ottoman. Yeah.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler. Schley. Fuck my dad.
If you think the
That's
past,
never not gonna be funny.
if you think the past week of my life hasn't
been me just doing that
No, just
constantly?
me walking around my house going Henry Winkler.
Yeah, well, my whole last week has just been me walking around doing menial tasks at work going,
Henry Winkler. Schley. Fuck my dad.
my
And
coworkers
again-
are like, what are you saying? I'm gonna be like, oh, no, I just talk to myself sometimes.
Yeah, that's the best way to cover it.
What would you rather do? Say you talk to yourself sometimes or go, oh, I was just singing a unreleased song and part of the words are,
Henry Winkler.
I don't think you. I think you just say I was kind of singing a song. I think going. I talk to myself sometimes.
makes
is
people stop
alarming.
listening to you so you can loudly go,
Henry Winkler. Schley. Fuck my dad.
Yeah, it's great that no one knows what we're talking about.
No, but it's a thing now.
It is. Yeah, it's out into the world.
Somebody get at Playboy Cardi and tell him we have an idea that we need.
We'd like to pitch a single.
Playboy Cardi featuring the Dapper Dads.
Yeah.
I would, on an exclusive red and yellow 7-inch.
Yeah. We're just standing there, arms folded, not contributing.
In the video.
Yeah.
But then we all three at the same time go, Henry Winkler, Slade, fuck my dad.
Yeah.
Can Ronnie J produce it?
No.
Metro Boomin?
Yes.
Okay, Metro Boomin with, Weezy out here.
No, Take Keith, of course.
Take Keith and Metro Boomin?
We have some questions to ask him.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions for Take Keith.
Yeah. I was at
Take Keith, fuck this podcast up.
Yeah, I was at a cell phone store, and they were playing Sicko Mode very loudly. Just
a lot of places are playing Sicko Mode very loudly.
One employee, and yeah, it went, "Take Keith these up," and I was like, that's how you edit it, apparently.
I don't like it.
No, it feels weird. I don't like.
I feel like it should
songs.
just be Take Keith, like just take out the whole last part.
Yeah,
because
you know? It's just very confusing if you're not familiar with.
Yeah, because then it's just Take Keith these up.
Yeah, that also is weird.
Yeah, it just sounds weird.
I don't know what we're supposed to do.
OG Parker.
we really lost that. Henry Winkler really fucked everything.
I just want it so bad that I feel like not having it is really affecting me on an everyday level.
I want Henry Winkler really bad. How old is he? You think he's gonna die soon?
I mean, if he's that picture you sent me of Henry
that's
Winkler,
I found the worst one. Didn't even have to look very far.
Yeah,
like
that was wild. I was
Google.
like, that guy has to be on death's door at this point.
Yeah, he looks very bad. Did you see Betty White looking fucking thick and beautiful back in the day?
Oh,
yeah, that fat ass.
Oh my god.
She had a fucking
Is there how do we go back in time and tell Betty White that we want to smash?
I mean, I think it's the time travel is the real
What
key to
year was it?
1928.
28.
I feel like it was
28.
I feel like it was
pre-World War II.
Yeah,
28.
When I was 6.
Okay,
28.
I like it.
Cause what is she like 95?
Something like that.
Yeah, so 28.
So if we could go back and let's say we can go back in time 3.
We can't do math, so tread lightly.
Okay, yeah. Let's say we can go back in time 3 specific instances to do 3
quick ones.
3 quick ones. What are we going to go back in time and do? One of them is obviously go back and gangbang Betty White.
Okay, yeah, with her permission.
Of course, with her permission.
Yeah,
we're
but
going to take this hard consent line and bring it to the past.
Back then, you didn't have to.
Well, we're going to bring some crazy ideas to the 20s.
Well, then we're going to fuck everything up.
But think about how consensual everyone's going to be.
Yeah, but it's going to be a real butterfly effect, I'll tell you what.
So what do you think the butterfly effect is to us making things more consensual starting in 1928, where we vivaciously make sweet love to Betty White's giant rump?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Because it wasn't rump. Pre-50s, it's a rump.
Yeah.
She got a rump.
It's a bottom.
Yeah. A bottom, a real paddable bottom.
A real paddable set of...
Imagine eating her ass back then.
Yeah.
Changed the world.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Look what I'm going to do.
Do you think they shaved up back in the 20s, though? So just,
no.
So we're going to have to get up in some bush.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
It's Betty White.
Yeah, that's respectable. I'm
Betty
down
White
for it.
as a legal adult. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Edit that out.
I didn't even say it.
I knew what you were going to say, and I
know.
don't like it.
I realized I was saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to
You
have
do
sex
a lot of
with
the wrong
Betty
things. If
White's
only you could
child.
stop yourself from doing the wrong things instead of just saying
Does Betty
them.
White have kids?
Does she? She has to have some.
Yeah, someone had to have planted
It's
a
our
seed in
kids.
it. Yeah.
Back in
Oh, fuck.
Our kids are older than us.
Yeah. See? Because my age is an enigma. You think my kids wouldn't be?
Oh my God. What are you going to do when your elderly children meet your Ottoman son?
Well, one of them.
What are you
has
going to do when your
die.
elderly son and the Ottoman son show up at your door at the same time?
I'm just gonna fucking close the door.
One of them brought a housewarming gift, and it's not the elderly son.
Yeah.
It's a dead bird that he just started dragging here.
It's a can of chili. It hasn't been cooked yet, but it's open. Why did I?
The
I don't
elderly
want
son
this.
brings you a can of chili. The Ottoman son drags an animal he accidentally killed when he touched it.
Yeah, my elderly son is way stupider than the fucking Ottoman atrocity. He's like, hey, how's it going? I think you're my dad. There's a can of uncooked chili, but I opened it and sniffed it a bunch in the car. My Ottoman son is like, so sorry to intrude on you,
Oh,
Father.
I never thought about the Ottoman talking. Now, that's a whole new... Yeah, I always pictured like just this like Cronenberg style monster in my... Just...
No, it's more grunts.
Yeah, a lot of grunts
But
and
that's what
wet
I mean.
noises.
Imagine it being
Really articulated.
Yeah, super
Where's the
articulate.
voice coming from?
It's like the cushions where they put together.
So it's like a cartoony
Yeah,
Beauty and
you
the Beast.
clearly haven't seen.
I have
my
a
son.
monster in my head. I make sure
No.
it's like wet and
It's adorable.
disgusting. No,
only when
The
I
one-
leave it out in
you
the
think-
rain.
You think your son that you made with a couch is like not a monster?
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's like a couch.
You
a
couldn't
small
be.
couch
You
with
could.
legs
You've
and
never
arms.
been wronger in my eyes.
Well,
And
fine,
you've been
I-
wrong about some things.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, you've been wrong about some things. You thought the Earth was backwards.
No, I think the Earth is flat, and you won't let me.
But then
voice my
looking at a
opinion.
map, you thought it was
You
backwards.
want to censor me?
I don't
I
wanna
wasn't
cen-
looking at a map. I was going
The
off
map
of the
you
only-
had in your
Yeah.
head, you thought the world was backwards.
Yeah, and it still is.
No.
So fuck you.
It's backwards and flat?
It's backwards in my head.
What if it's a
I
no-
know that's wrong, but it will never be corrected.
I'm
I'm too
thinking-
old. You
I'm-
can't teach an old dog new geography.
Yes, you
You've
can.
Heard the saying.
Well, how do you? Lawyer dog went through so many years of school.
Lawyer
He's
dog-
basically a doctor.
Yeah, lawyer dog.
Dr.
is a-
Lawyer dog.
No, I won't acknowledge that.
You'll have to acknowledge it. He went to school for it. He's better than us.
It's our fifth lawyer dog.
Yeah, well, it's not our fault. He keeps eating all those Bush's baked beans. We just that's the only thing we can feed to the dogs per the per diem.
I thought it was a dog fight between the dukes.
between
They're duking it out.
So like the Bushes is doing dukes, or like dukes are fighting our lawyer dogs, and they're killing each other.
Yeah, the dukes fight our lawyer
So
dogs.
we have a promotion going with Bush's baked beans. Where
No, we
put
have to
our
stop
dogs-
talking about Bush's baked beans because they're not kicking back any beans at all. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten a single can of beans.
What about a can of chili?
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything from Bush's.
What if Bush's sent your stupid old son
all the
with
chili?
a can of chili? So the can
And
of
it's
chili
from-
he brought is from Bush's, but
Well,
then
I
he
need
opened it.
I
in the
need a
car.
representative from Bush's because I'm not going to listen.
He has
to
the
that
letter with
moron.
it.
Okay, and it's official.
It's an email on his phone.
Is it notarized?
It's an email, a notarized email on his phone.
a
but
notarized
it's a-
email.
But yeah,
Okay,
but
now I'm
it's a-
closing the door.
But
Good.
it's a cracked iPhone 5.
Yeah, of course it is. I'd still be proud that he has learned technology at such an old age.
Well, you know,
It's hard to keep up when you're.
But
Betty,
he
when you're
asks
Betty
you how to
White's
do
old
things.
son.
But he asks things. He asks you how to like do things on it, like turn
Yeah,
up the
all the
ringer,
time.
like yeah, like constantly. Like he's basically
Every
like
phone call I
he's
can't
like your
hear.
grandpa, but he's your son.
My grandpa's dead.
Yeah, so,
So
your
he's
son
dead.
is gonna die
We're all
before
gonna
you.
die.
You're gonna outlive your son. How does that feel? No one should outlive. No one should have to bury their children.
But if I went back into, I'm not gonna bury him.
How long do you think the Ottoman son's gonna live for?
Longer than you want. Like way longer.
like
way
when you get a cat,
unreasonable.
like when you get a cat and you're like, oh, they only live to be like
Yeah,
16,
because people are
17.
always like, when you get a cat, oh, it'll die. I like
Well,
to
I
put
mean,
a hard
like
time
realistically,
stamp
when you
on
think
it.
about it, like they're looking at the cat when
No,
he's
it's like
17.
when you get a turtle as a child,
And
and,
you're
then
like-
it ends up being 35.
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck? This turtle
what
won't
got
die.
fucked up with me is I got a turtle when I was 6, and my dad.
It was already 35.
Well, no, my dad told me, he's like, yeah, my sister had a turtle and she had it until she was like almost 40 years old. So like I always had this vision in my mind of like, wow, I'm gonna
You
have
and the
this turtle
turtle
till
doing
I'm
things.
yeah, like I'm gonna have this turtle till I'm 40. Like, you know, it's
my
gonna
kids
live
will
for
play with this
right.
turtle.
Like yeah, like I thought
Yeah.
about like my family and being like, yeah, your dad had this since he was a kid. And then when I was in the hospital,
died.
yeah, it died like right after I got sick, and it was like in the winter after I got sick, and I was living over off Revel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the worst thing in the entire world because like you had to clean the tank regularly every couple of days, and like she would drink the water, and so you would have to like put more clean water in and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And like just nobody just noticed it at the time, but when I found her, she had definitely been dead for like a couple of days. Like, and it's just
Yeah.
weird that nobody noticed, you know? And
Turtle, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say turtles aren't very active. So
they're not super active. The great thing
you had the most active turtle
so
ever.
well okay, so this turtle I was 6 and I named her Shelly because you know I'm
You are
6.
such a fuck.
I was a child.
You sound like my elderly son.
Yeah, well, your elderly son is a like double horrible fuck if such a bestowed honor could be put on
Yeah,
somebody.
he's my son.
Yeah, so he's a double horrible fuck.
Generations of horrible fuck passed down through Betty White's sweet, sweet pussy.
let's fucking go,
I
boys.
just regret not being there for the birth.
Yeah, I regret not. You should regret not being there for his whole life, but
No, just the birth.
well, I mean, you weren't
The
born,
birth of my
I
firstborn
mean,
son.
you weren't born until 66, so like,
Yeah.
how were you going to be there for when he was?
Well,
growing
I mean,
up?
I could have used those other 2 time travel trips that we completely
To go see
neglected
your
to
son.
continue to talk about to see my son.
We're not
be
done
born.
with this one yet. But so
Foreshadowing.
for Henry Winkler. It just sounds so weird.
He has the best name now.
Henry
I didn't realize
Winkler.
until I started exaggerating
and
the pronunciation
saying it
of
over
it.
and over
Yeah,
again like a
aggressive.
psychopath
In my house
standing in
alone.
the mirror. Henry
Heating
Winkler.
up my can of beans from my stupid ass son.
While he stretched out on the couch, didn't take his muddy shoes
Yeah,
off like an
crying him.
imbecile.
Yeah.
Nice
He's
couch,
like, I
Dad.
have to pee, but he just keeps peeing. Like, no, you have to tell me
Like,
before.
how did you get by in life? What
Mom
was,
didn't tell me
how
how to
was
tie my
how
shoes.
was Betty raising you? You still call her by her first
Poorly.
name.
How was Mrs. White treating you?
So I got Shelly when I was 6, and in the summer what we would do is like, you know, we'd be playing outside all day, and so we'd fill up a kiddie pool with water and
Try to skip it across.
yeah, just and so we would put Shelly outside so she could be out in the sun all day, and then we'd bring her in at night. And then one day there was a terrible storm outside. And I woke up and I found out that my dad had forgotten to bring Shelly in, and she was gone. And
The turtle that got away.
well,
My favorite
and so like
children's
my
book.
heart was like broken. I was a kid, and like my pet that was my very first pet, and so I was just
See, but when we tell stories like this, people are like, "Oh, poor Slim," but picture him being real big.
Yeah,
too.
picture like a
You can't be
giant
sad.
6-year-old in flood
You can't be
pants.
sad when you see that 6-year-old.
No.
You're like, "Oh, he gets whatever comes to him." He's
Yeah, he just-
basically a full-grown man at
yeah,
this
he's
point.
got the respect. And so 3 days later, my sister's babysitter came over and started freaking out because in our driveway, which was probably a good like 40, 50 feet away from the yard, she found Shelly without her front feet. And so what we assumed happened is there was like a dog or a cat or a raccoon or something tried to eat her, and they just ate the front feet. And so we brought the turtle back in, and she amazingly lived until I was about 23 when she died.
Pain.
Well, they
She
healed.
lived-
They healed over, and so I had like rocks in her little tank and stuff like that. And she would like pull herself up there, and she would swim around she would swim furiously with those little nubs. It was the funniest thing in the
Real
world to
resilient
watch.
turtle.
But then when I found her, this story has 2 more horrible twists. So
That's all of your stories.
when I found her, I was like, "Oh God, Shelly," because I like opened up the tank to feed her, and she was just like floating in the water, like rocking back and forth, and it smelled. I was like, "Oh my God."
We've all smelled dead turtles.
And like her neck was like all the way extended out, and like her eyes were closed and her mouth was open. I was like, "Oh God!" Like it looked like she was screaming in pain when she
At
died.
least you didn't have to close the eyes.
Well, and I felt
Because
so
they're
just
so small.
just
You got to put little coins under them, like how they say
little
when you
buttons,
get
yeah.
buried, you got to sew them or put coins.
Well, and so this was like the longest pet I ever had. I had this turtle forever. And so I wanted to like obviously give her a good burial, but it was like the middle of February and I
so
was
you had
living
to-
off
we
Ravel.
We alluded to this recently.
So I had to put her in a shoebox and put her in the dumpster. And
proper burial.
And I felt so terrible about it, man. Like I just felt so like guilty doing that, but like I had no other option, you know?
Yeah.
And so I like to think that, you know, a hobo was looking for a good pair of shoes and he found a meal later that night. The next horrible
Old dead turtle.
Hey,
is
you
a
do
good
what you
meal.
gotta do. I'm just picturing her on like a little spigot over a fire
Yeah.
under the Jefferson Street Bridge. You know, I hope she went out good.
Oh, we all wish
She's
to go.
bones now.
Maybe.
And so years have passed at the third twist in this story. So I'm probably
She came back from the dead with 2 less feet.
just no feet, just a turtle rolling through the breeze. Just
Make sure she's never on her back.
Shelly.
I just picture her upright rolling at you.
just as fast as you
aggressively.
can, like
Yeah.
a turtle shell
But
in a
angry
Mario Kart
because
game.
you threw her in a dumpster.
Well, and so years later, I'm telling my father the story about how, because this was after him and I started talking again, and then we stopped, of course, because fuck that guy.
Yeah, the traditional dad.
The traditional dad way.
Of talking
and so he was like,
talking.
well, what happened to Shelly? And so I told him about how, you know, I found her and she was gone and I had to throw her in the dumpster, and I felt really guilty for it.
He was the hobo.
He was the
circle.
No, what happened was the night that she disappeared, told me he left her outside on purpose because he was sick of changing the tank water all the time. And he's like, he's just a kid, it's not gonna matter. So I just left her outside in the kiddie pool all night, and I figured she'd be gone in the morning, and she was. So I lied and told you that I forgot her outside in the hopes that, you know, you would just get over it real quick. But then Sandy fucking found her a couple days later in the driveway, and I was like, I can't believe this. That's the turtle I left to die. And then she lived for all those years afterwards. I hated that. Like, he just started going on about how he, like, hated it, and it always smelled, and he hated changing the water. So my dad tried to kill my pet when I was a kid just to get rid of it, and lied to me about it.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us.
Does it, though?
Yeah. All of our dads have
Fucking
tried to kill
terrible.
our pets and then had it come back to bite them in the ass.
Imagine if you had a dog when you were a kid, and your dad was like, oh, the dog got out, it ran away, I'm sorry. And then, like, it came back days later, and you were like, yay! And, like, you
And
lived
my
with
dad
the
was
dog
just
for...
like-
Yeah, because that's what he had to be doing. I'm like, oh, my God, Shelly's back, oh,
Could
my
you
God.
imagine?
And, like, he's in the corner just, son of a bitch.
It's like the perfect...
God keeps reminding me of my mistakes.
It's like the perfect
But he
horror
says that to
movie.
me every morning when I wake up and come downstairs.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, the household was filled with
Just
mistakes.
screaming.
That's how I wake up every morning, is to my dad going,
God,
That's like
morning pops. God keeps reminding me of my mistakes.
but he's still like making breakfast.
In his robe and
Yeah.
his socks pulled
Son
up.
of a bitch.
God keeps reminding me
I
of
left
my
him outside in the
mistakes.
kiddie pool, and he was still there in the morning.
Just
This
swimming
kid
around.
won't go anywhere. He's too big.
You're just like eating your cereal, just
Yeah.
really concerned.
Yeah, I'm at your house as a
Why is your
13-year-old.
dad cooking breakfast in my
Oh, I
house?
thought it was
I
your
thought
dad.
it was your dad.
It's the Spider-Man meme about
It's
speaking
your
about each
dad.
other's dads.
Oh God, just my dad just screaming.
Oh,
"Ah!"
Yeah, my dad was very vocal about how much he hated all
Should have
of us.
left you in the pool.
Oh, man. We had a pool when I was a kid for some reason. My family was the perfect level of classiness where we randomly
trash?
got really nice things out of nowhere for no reason.
It's called a tax return.
That were, yeah, but it was never around them. Like, I remember having like the first DVD player, like before I even knew what they were. I came home one day and my dad was like, we got a DVD player. And I was like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I don't know, this new shit. There's only 2 DVDs available for sale. And I can't, one was fucking some long
Bridge over River Kwai.
court movie. I don't even, these are like I don't know why they
Judge
were
Dredd?
the first two pressed DVDs.
The Judge.
But we had shit like that, and one time for a little bit we had a pool that absolutely ruined our backyard.
Yeah,
and
pools do that.
I think eventually
Above ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are just.
yeah. We had an in-ground pool. You've seen where I used to live.
I would love if your dad like
That's
got a
only-
winning scratch off and bought an in-ground pool. with
Yeah,
it.
my dad made us an in-ground pool. The same man who poured concrete in our basement and put his bare knees in them, and then started screaming because his knees were on fire. 'Cause you can't put your bare skin
in concrete.
in concrete. He had to go to the hospital, and my sister wasn't able to turn in her report the next day at school, and she had to tell him it's because my dad put his knees in concrete, and we had to go to the hospital with him.
What did they do for him?
I don't know.
What do
I
you
was
do
like a
for
kid.
that?
We all put our hands in it, real cute and wrote
Yeah,
things.
but like you didn't like.
Yeah, we didn't rest our knees in it while we continued to pour the rest
Yeah,
of it.
because it's just like.
I think they had to treat it like burns.
I just-
it's like a chemical burn.
I just hear things about your dad that I'm sure you hear
Isn't it
things about
shocking
my
that
dad.
I'm as
Just shocked you're
functional
alive.
as yeah,
Just that you're alive.
I mean, honestly, yeah. But the fact that I do pretty well, like with my life.
Yeah, for the most part.
Besides the crippling depression and anxiety.
Yeah, you know, just the normal things that hold all of us back.
Just what all of us have for some reason.
Yeah, you know.
You know, the good shit that keeps us pumping.
I got one cell of serotonin, and it's working its hardest all the time. Just fucking going.
I always used to
it's
joke
the little
about,
coal face. That's what my serotonin looks
you know
like.
that movie, like that Inside movie, the cartoon where it's the different things?
Yeah, Inside Out.
I had that idea. They stole my idea. I've said it for years because before that I used to say...
So Disney stole your spoken word idea.
Yeah, it wasn't spoken word.
But if you've been saying it for years.
very vocal about it.
So yeah.
Loud.
So they stole your yelled idea?
But yeah. Because I was yelling it outside of the Disney Corporation. I was like, in my head, there's a bunch of versions of me, and they control different parts.
And they're like, okay,
and they're
buddy.
Like, not a bad idea.
They're like security's leading you out, and there's just one nerd in the back corner like,
Yeah, there's one intern that's like, I think I can make something out of this. But yeah, I've always had the thought, I still have the thought that there's just a bunch of little me's in my head, like the angry me, the like
the
horny
sad
me. Because I've always pictured
horny you is terrifying.
Yeah.
He's just like crawling.
Imagine
on
when
the
the angry one and the horny one get together.
Which is often.
Because I always picture
they work
them,
together exclusively.
I picture them doing different things. Like when I get a boner, I picture a little me like, oh shit, like making coffee, and then he's like, oh fuck, we're getting a boner, and he's got to run over and jump in the machine, and he's hitting dials and turning switches, and he's like, come on, get hard. And they're looking out, and I've got like other ones,
and it's like this, and it's like the screen there where he can like see through your eyes, and he's like looking at your dick, and you're like, come on, god damn it.
Yeah. And he's like, why is it hard right now?
We need more juice. We're giving it everything we got.
And then like the smart
a bunch of little using like wife beaters and like hard hats shoveling coal into where the erection comes from, and they're like,
we're giving it all we got. We only got so much manpower down here. Send some more people out here to work. We got 3 guys and they're doing everything they can. I can only shovel so much fucking coal. I got so many serotonin babies I gotta feed. I'm working 14 hours a day trying to give this guy an erection. He
just shuts off the mic at some point. It's like, Jesus, when did angry start working in the horny department?
Yeah, there's a lot of cross training.
But then like horny is basically like those guys that are air traffic control. You know, those guys are like infamous for dying from heart attacks. He's just up there screaming. He's like, I need more coal. Pump some more blood. Why isn't there more blood pumping?
Everyone
Why are you so goddamn sad?
Everyone is chain smoking.
They're all
chain
chain
smoking.
smoking.
They're just like, this is fucking insane. I always think of it when like I get a good reference off the top of my head. I picture just file cabinets everywhere.
Yeah,
or when
like
I
a
can't
real
think
nerdy
of something
one,
and they're
big
like,
glasses.
I don't know. What is it? What is he looking for? What is this? I don't know. Where's it at?
Just throw some words out. This one.
Cantankerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, well, that was the worst.
They're all constantly fighting too. I feel like they are just like in heated arguments constantly.
Yeah, so there's just a bunch of little me's in my head that function everything. Happiness. They're never working.
I was gonna say he's in like a closet room.
Anger's
back.
gotten better. Horniness.
He's starting to die down from what I hear.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's calmed down in his later years.
Yeah, he's just dead. Yeah,
he's really mellowed
They're all
out.
very old.
Yeah.
They're all different ages as well, which is what makes my age and confusing.
I think that makes sense for why you only have good erections sometimes, because you got to have the young one come run the room, but when the old ones are doing it, it's not going to be any good.
I mean, it's still good. An erection's an erection.
I still like to think I like to think with all the little me's in there's at least like one leaned out big belly Gucci Mane in there, just like hanging out, trying to keep spirits up.
Yours has a bunch of fucked up.
Just shit. Can you imagine what all my inside operation has to be like?
It's very bad.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The whole room full of little me's just shoot dancing, going, Henry
Winkler. No one is actually working.
Yeah, no one's working at all.
It's like a fucking company that everyone knows is going under. It's like all of them have given their 2 weeks notice, and they're like, we don't have to do anything anymore.
It's like those webinar companies.
Yeah.
Where like they have like a ping pong table and like catered food every day.
Bags.
Yeah, and you're like, man, this place is so cool. How does it even function? And it doesn't at all.
You guys are in the red.
Yeah, we're in the red constantly. There's like one room full of corporate guys, and like they come out when like I'm really drunk and like thinking about stuff, and I'm like, man, you're really sad all the time. And like you have those crying fits sometimes that you really can't control, and that anxious feeling you get whenever you look somebody in the face. Like that's when they have the board meetings because everything finally calms down enough.
Yeah,
because I'm so drunk. Meetings. Yeah, all the little drama sitting around, and they're just like huge, thick files of shit, and they're just like, boys, we got some work to do.
We gotta like somehow get rid of these files, but he keeps remembering them.
He just keeps remembering shit.
He just remembers all this terrible
How
shit.
many times can one guy listen to Self-Control?
He just keeps playing the same songs every car ride home. He just keeps chain smoking and crying a little bit.
My guys have to be insane. They're like, he's listened to the same song 4 days in a row. Help.
Yeah. Tell us all about your little people.
Yeah,
everyone.
what does your little inner monologue look like? What is it like when there's little people running around in you?
All right, I'm going to jump us into... we were tagged on Facebook in a news article, which I like when people do this because all the articles we've ever been sent or tagged in are right up our alley.
They're topical. Yeah, it shows people get us.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I like the idea of people looking and being like, oh, that's something that the dads could really cover. So, do that more. Facebook or Twitter, just tag us in it, even Instagram, or just
we'll talk about
DM it to us. But, yeah, this one was sent in by Carly, so thank you.
Thank you, Carly.
Big fan of the show,
we
Carly.
Love you.
I'm going to hit you with the headline here. You might have seen it because I've seen it around the internet since we were tagged in it. Man injects 18 doses of semen into arm to cure back pain. Ends up in hospital. How does that read for you? Because this is also going to help us because we've definitely been branching out into science a lot. We've got
a lot of medical things too, thinking about like how we can push our bodies.
I think we're definitely taking up a space that podcasts are lacking in because we've got, I won't say hot takes, we've got solid facts.
We've got
werewolves. You shit if you become a werewolf.
Yeah, the public agrees that you do shit if you become a werewolf.
They do agree. Too much spermicide in a man's ass makes a baby.
It does.
We're breaking ground here. So what do you think here? You think 18 doses of semen in the arm is the way to go?
Why
for
18?
Back pain?
Why 18?
Let me look. I don't know if that's just what
that's my first question. Well, the first question I have off the bat really hard is what is it his own semen?
Yes.
Okay, so it's...
You want to take a guess how old he is?
36.
33.
Sounds
I
about
think it's too old to be injecting semen in yourself.
I think it's old enough to know better. You know, like I could see being like...
I would hope so.
I could see being like young and
16?
dumb. And, yeah.
Shooting yourself full of cum.
Yeah, and like one of your stupid friends is like, hey, if your back hurts, if you shoot yourself full of cum, you'll feel better. And like you just do it because
I just couldn't get syringes when I was 16. Otherwise, I'd be on a different path.
Okay, so
but do you think what is the thought process here?
What's the chain here? Because it's like back pain.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Arm.
Injection of semen
into arm,
not the back.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, like,
you probably can't.
Well, I mean, like, you don't
want to be shooting shit in your back.
Well, when a woman gets an epidural when she's having a baby, they put it right into your spine.
Yeah, and that's also a huge gamble.
Yeah, it is a huge gamble.
You can become paralyzed.
Yeah, but it's like that seems to be the way to go if you're going to be doing things with the spine.
And also, that's a doctor.
At least around the area too.
On yourself, you can't. What are you doing? Looking in a mirror?
Well, I mean, like, I feel
you're not going to.
I mean, like, you hear about people doing crazy shit all the time, and they've got help. You're telling me that? So this guy had to have known.
I would like.
It was a batshit crazy idea to shoot yourself full of semen because the first thing I would think is if it hurts in the back, it's got to go in the back.
I don't agree with that.
Now, I do understand the logic here in the sense that probably like you get a shot, like you get like a vaccine because you should. And
we can't say that. Flat Earth anti-vax. That's me, baby.
I have to end the show.
That's me, baby.
That's showbiz, baby.
Don't talk to me, baby. I got all the answers. Come have a baby with me, baby.
Don't have a baby with you.
It'll die, baby.
Yeah.
We won't have to worry about it, baby.
It's okay.
If it doesn't die, I'll put it in a tub in the backyard.
It'll be over the hill by the time it's 2, baby.
Yes, it will age incredibly fast. That's why I haven't been able. I've had kids; they just die super fast. They're like Benjamin Button reverse,
really fast.
And it's so fast. Yeah.
So like when you get like even
Henry
just
Winkler.
Henry Winkler is your baby.
Yes, and he's gonna die.
That's not the baby. That's my Henry Winkler.
Yeah, I want to just a real quick sidetrack. DaBaby is the best new rapper right now.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
DaBaby is where it's at. If you haven't watched Walker Texas Ranger, you have to.
It's insane.
Hold up now, listen to me. That's what your face going to be. Ha!
Did you hear what he did?
What did he did?
Perfect. This happened a little bit ago, and I remember seeing the article, but I never looked into it.
Okay.
He was in a Walmart with his baby mama and his 1-year-old and 5-year-old children, and men confronted him and tried to rob him and pulled guns on him in Walmart. So he pulled his gun and shot a man and killed him in Walmart.
Really?
In the produce section. Got off with it. Self-defense. Isn't that fucking crazy?
This man is hard as shit. I'm not gonna fuck with DaBaby.
He also wears a diaper a lot for like viral effect, like at South by Southwest. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. South by Southwest.
Okay, but like if you shoot a man in the produce section at Walmart, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Hold him now. Listen to me. Oh, that makes that line harder.
I know, right?
Like, that makes that song so much harder in my mind. Oh my god.
But could you imagine you're shopping at Walmart and you're not even involved in that? You see a man shoot a man to death?
The worst part about that is that whenever I go shopping by myself, I always have my headphones in because I can't stand people. And so I'm just, and like, I can't hear anything either. I got it turned up all the way. So I'm just picturing me, casually looking at the vegan selection, and I turn around and the baby is just filling a man with a full clip.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Also, in Walmart? You know what I mean?
Walmart.
Because they were like...
Not outside.
Yeah. At first I read like
and
a write-up.
And the produce section's like right by the front door usually. So like there's kids coming in. Like,
well, like it's crazy because I read the article at first and it was like the baby like shot and killed a man out at Walmart. So I pictured in the parking lot where things happen. We've all almost shot and killed someone in a Walmart parking lot.
I've seen lots of things in a Walmart parking lot. You and me have done a lot of things in a Walmart parking lot.
Constantly do a lot of things in a Walmart parking lot. But yeah, that's fucking like just even the thought of robbing someone in a Walmart, to pull out a gun to rob someone in a Walmart. There's so many witnesses.
Yeah, like you gotta not give a fuck about anything at that point.
And yeah, I don't know. So yeah, just a little.
But then the fact that the baby went to Walmart with a gun says something too.
It must be concealed carry because he got off with it self-defense. So the gun had to be registered.
Legal, yeah, it had to be
concealed carry.
Yeah, because if he didn't get a charge or anything like that, he had to have all his shit lined up.
Yeah, which is
solid guy.
Crazy.
I am scared of that man now.
He also, I just seen a video of him. He was like performing at a club and like a fight seemed to break out, and he's rapping, and a guy goes to approach him, and he knocks him out while he's rapping. Doesn't miss a beat, just fucking clocks the guy, knocks him out, keeps rapping, gets back on stage. Fucking incredible.
I was taking a hard stance saying that Future may be the last great trap savior, but I'm starting to think it might be DaBaby.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of him and Little Baby, and I'm thinking a collab's coming.
Ooh,
a baby collab,
a baby tape, the baby tape,
the baby tape.
Ooh, that'd be hard. They're both babies on the cover.
Yeah,
or like a weird cartoon of like their grown man heads on baby bodies.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that.
Yeah, if we speak this, if we speak this into existence?
I need a cut. Well, actually, I'm not going to ask for anything from DaBaby.
No, I don't. I will let him give good things to me if he wants to, but I won't ask.
It's all up to him at this point.
Yeah, pretty much he runs things around here now.
Let's go see DaBaby.
I would love to go see DaBaby. That's not DaBaby,
anyway, back to
my baby.
Back to this.
Back to things.
All right, let me
just
read some of this here.
Yeah, give me some info because I have a lot of speculation.
But the two things I wanted to jump first off, because you were alluding to like getting help. This everybody does some shit that they don't tell, even if you're in a long.
But it has to mean he knows that like that was fucked up to do.
Yeah.
Because like if you're not asking for help, because like if you don't think there's anything wrong with what you're doing, like okay, so let's say this is you and me, and I'm doing this to myself, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I come to you, I'm like, hey man, so I've been having a lot of back pain recently. It's just been kind of hurting, like down here and like some burning in my shoulders.
You pull something.
I have some injections for it. It's my jizz. I shot it into a bottle to collect it. It's about.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to go back real quick.
To what?
What?
It's an injection that you're gonna put into my bag to help me.
And the injection is what? Now?
It's my semen.
It's
my jizz, my leavings.
That's your leavings.
I
so
shot
it's part of your shit.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You're always leaving a little extra.
I mean, do you not shit jizz?
I mean, it's debatable.
Depends
what kind of weekend I've had. You hear me?
Yeah, if we've been to
hear me?
Yeah, hear
Why
me?
does God keep reminding me of my mistakes?
We're just having this conversation at breakfast while he's cooking. He's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I love my gay son.
But, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you would know that this is weird. That's what I mean. There's things everyone does, but like, you keep it to yourself.
There's no way you can rationally explain to somebody, I want you to shoot my own semen into my bag.
I think he's thinking stem cells, right? He's thinking it's got to be adjacent to stem cells.
I could see where someone who was really stupid would think that.
That has to be the only thought process.
Like
you hear
that's
stem
the only
cells,
logical
you understand kind of how it works, so you think fresh children in my nutsack could regenerate my
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. That has to be it.
It's not that far-fetched.
No, I think that's exactly what it was.
I would have said prior to this.
I would put money on that being what happened.
Oh, I know for a fact. Yeah, I would bet every dollar. But yeah, so basically Irish doctors. So I guess this was in Ireland.
Of course it was.
Or they had to take him to a whole nother country.
Yeah, they got that experimental medicine over in Ireland. It's called you jack off in a syringe and they shoot it in you.
A man who injected his own semen intravenously for a year and a half.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
This wasn't a one-off thing?
No, he did it 18 times.
I thought it was 18 loads. He just shot up at
He
once.
does it once a month. Once a month, he injects semen into his body. Let me continue because we need to
time out. No, I want to set this scene up. So you come over to my house, and
I prefer not to.
We're just doing some shit. We're just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Let's
you always make me come into syringes.
Yeah. No, because I'm working on a thing. I'm gonna help your knees out. I got a theory
Right
for
in
your
the
knees.
knee?
Yeah. No, I'm still gonna shoot it in
down.
your arm. But it's gonna help your
of
knees.
course.
Stem cells.
Yeah, I know. I get
You picking up what I'm laying down?
You're laying down.
I'm gonna help you out.
You're laying down a bunch of used hypodermic needles.
Yeah, what I do is I shoot it into a condom and then I wring it out into the syringe.
Ah, yes, of course.
Only the finest filtration for my dads.
I like the thought of putting it just right on top of your dick hole and then just squirting it right into the syringe.
You're
Like the
wiping
filling
down
part,
the
not the
sides.
needle part.
I was gonna say not the needle.
The needle
part.
in your
Anything
head of
but the
your
needle.
Henry Winkler. This is about Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler did this?
I haven't heard that he hasn't, to be
Okay,
completely honest.
so you're over at my house. Another dad get together in the basement.
Okay.
You go upstairs to go use the bathroom, and you find that there's no toilet paper on the roll. So you go looking for toilet paper. And
I'm taking a shit.
Yeah, you're taking a shit.
Interesting.
And
You have a tiny toilet.
yeah, very tiny
Don't like
toilet.
it.
I don't like it either.
Took one shit and I probably will never again.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't
your
even
choice.
a fruitful shit. But anyway.
So you're looking for the toilet paper. You're looking through my cabinets, and you find like a needle, a tourniquet. Like your brain's gonna go to heroin first of all.
Yeah.
Like if I was looking for like something in my friend's house, and I found like a needle and like a rope tie, like some yellow tube, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're using.
Some small vials. I'd be like, oh my god, my fucking buddy's like shooting up. He's doing heroin, and so like I would be stressed out because I wouldn't want to like bring it up in front of people, you know. So I'd have to act normal for the rest of
a fast intervention.
So now what you're saying is you're going to come downstairs in the party and be like, what is this shit? And like throw it down. And I'm going to be like, guys, it is not what it looks like. I'm shooting my own semen into my body once a month to cure my back pain.
Yeah. Yeah, you think I have any answer to that statement? That's what it would be, is silence.
Like, like what the fuck do you... So this guy...
I would probably stop hanging out with you.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I would wait to see what happened. Because who knows?
So what ended up happening with the guy? Let's get into that. Because like there's no way you can just have this stuff laying around your house, you know?
Right. After reportedly injecting semen into his arm every month for 18 months, the man finally sought medical attention, but not for his arm. The patient instead complained of severe, sudden onset lower back pain, having lifted a heavy steel object 3 days beforehand.
Yeah, it was a giant freezer vat full of cum.
Yeah, you gotta keep that shit fresh. Cold cum in your arm?
Ooh.
Cold Stone Creamery's newest flavor, cold cum syringes?
That's what he calls his freezer, is the Cold Stone Creamery.
That's good. Now I like them again. During the checkup, the doctor...
Just at Cold Stone, just doing the mix-ins with it.
During the checkup, the doctor found a patch of red swelling on his right forearm, after which the man admitted he'd been injecting himself with his own semen using a hypodermic needle he purchased online. That's where you get needles from.
They're not just giving them away.
This time around, he had injected 3 doses of semen, entering both his blood vessels and his muscles. This is the first reported case of semen injection for use as a medical treatment. The doctors wrote in a case study that's just full of fucking nonsense.
That is just starts off with, you're not gonna believe this.
It's the case study. I hate this shit. The case study is titled Seemingly Harmless Back Pain, an unusual presentation of a abscess. I hate when doctors try to be like jokey. You're gonna put a pun in there.
Yeah.
Seemingly, it's spelled like semen. Seemingly harmless back pain. It's published in the Irish Medical Journal.
Of course it
The
is.
swollen region grew and hardened around the area on his arm where he had injected the semen, and an X-ray revealed an area of trapped air beneath the man's skin. The doctors immediately hospitalized the patient, treating him with an intravenous antimicrobial. You guys don't send me shit with big words in it. Therapy. After the patient's back pain improved, he discharged himself. The doctors performed a search of the medical literature and beyond, revealing not a single case of intravenous semen injection for back pain.
Do you think they asked him why at any point in time, though?
Why he did it?
Yeah, I would ask why.
After reporting the first case ever of a man injecting himself with his own semen to try to treat his back pain, the authors offered a warning. It's dangerous for the untrained to perform intravenous injections on themselves, especially when they're injecting things that aren't supposed to be injected into veins like semen. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they didn't get any answers.
I just want to know why, because it's like the stem cells is probably it.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
I can't think of another quasi-logical reason for why you would do that,
Yeah, not at all.
It just but wait, he went to the hospital because of back pain from something that he lifted, and then revealed that he was shooting up semen. So the back pain's unrelated.
Yeah.
So he's just shooting up semen.
I think more so. I think he's just, because it says 3 days prior he had hurt his back.
So he wasn't doing it to help his back.
That is how it's worded, yes.
Because the implication I had is that he had like long-standing back pain that he was trying to cure with this.
Yeah, he would think so.
So he's been just doing it. Had a separate incident where he hurt himself, and then it was revealed at the hospital that he had also hurt himself by injecting a triple sec dose of semen.
Yeah, I think they saw his arm, which there's a photo of right there. It doesn't look that crazy.
No, I mean, it looks like wrong, but there's something wrong. But
it looks super
chubby
wrong.
little forearm.
Yeah, a real.
Somebody likes his Greg sausage rolls.
This case study says, although there are no reports of the effects of semen injection into rats and rabbits, there were. Yeah.
Like they've done that?
There are no cases.
Who is the monster going to work, waking up? No, time out.
No, because then listen to this.
How do you go home and kiss your children at night knowing that you've been shooting rabbits up with semen all day?
It says basically they searched the internet and forums and found no other documentation. Attempts at intravenous and arterial injection of harmful substances such as mercury, gasoline, charcoal lighter fluid, hydrochloric acid, and hydrocarbon are well described and generally carried out in attempted suicide, as opposed to the case detailed above, which the patient was aiming to relieve physical discomfort.
But nothing about semen.
No one has done this before.
We got to get in contact with this guy. I need some answers. I can't live like this.
It's mind-boggling. For some reason, they also cite this isn't the first time we've seen something like this. Perhaps this case reminds you of Aaron Trawick, the deceased biohacker who once gave himself an unregulated herpes treatment in front of a crowd. Do you think we need to click on this?
Yeah, we do. Because what is an unregulated herpes treatment?
I don't know. I think I'm going to see this guy's dick. This startup wants to inject themselves with untested drugs. Wants people to inject themselves. There's a lot here. They're trying to cure cancer, herpes, HIV, and aging, while simultaneously battling big pharma and regulating agencies like the Food and Drug Administration. I'm trying to see where he did here. I don't even know what this guy did.
I saw the picture and I'm already unhappy with everything that's going on here.
Yeah, I don't see him doing anything. Oh, this part's uneventful, but still.
So what? He shot a syringe full of an untested drug in his dick in front of a bunch of people?
I guess so. This is so long, and I'm trying not to just sit here in silence and read it, but yeah, this is incredibly long. This is outrageous. Yeah,
This is longer than, still shorter than some of the erotic fan fiction we've pulled up on the show.
Yeah, but I was taking excerpts that I was familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we got to start proofreading. We can't just jump into articles. But yeah, apparently, I'm just gonna say this guy shot his dick up in front of people. I don't really know. People are doing weird shit. Just don't inject things. Just what if you're diabetic or you're trying to get real strong, steroids are fine.
I mean, go to a doctor. Just go to a doctor.
Yeah. Again, if he just got the back pain, So he was just
So he's shooting his
freestyling
jizz
this
up.
for a while.
Yeah, he's just doing it for a reason that is
Would you
unstated.
think? How long do you think he was gonna go for it then? 18
Probably
months?
forever.
That seems like
Probably until it did something bad to his body. Because
Well,
I
he
feel
did 3 doses in that one day.
well, and they wouldn't have even known anything. Wouldn't have even known he did it until he had the back pain. Because he didn't go to the hospital for the arm. He went to the hospital for the back pain. So he would have just kept going.
Could you imagine being the doctor and you're like, going through the questions when the back pain started? How did it start? Okay, and then you're like, what's going on with your arm there? Your arm looks inflamed, and he's like, yeah, I've just been injecting into that area.
Okay, well, what have you been injecting?
I was trying to inject my own semen
For
to get better at everything, I guess.
okay,
Just to see,
I'm just
maybe?
gonna type up some quick notes.
And it's longer. It's longer than that. I also thought you were motioning jerking off. This is what really
I'm just
gets
gonna
me.
type up some quick notes. Yeah.
Oh, you like to inject semen, huh? Why don't you try some of mine?
How about you try a fresh beef injection? I got the beef results.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. I would say, what is the world coming to? What is
You
the
don't-
world coming?
I was gonna
to?
say you don't want the doctors putting
Henry
the puns in
Winkler.
Winkler. What is the world coming to? What has it really come to this? Henry Winkler.
We have another submission that's less about semen. Well, probably.
More than likely.
Yeah, I mean, everything's got a little bit of semen in it. Little dose.
We wouldn't be here without cum.
Yeah, none of us would.
None of us would be here without cum.
This is a Twitter DM from good old faithful Leonard.
Good old faithful.
There we go. So I got a couple things to talk about at some point. How about 3 moderate ones? So I guess they're not going to be quick. Strap in. We've got an hour of
seatbelts
answering.
on, kids. We've got
Each
some
question is going to
moderate
take
ones.
35 minutes to read.
Oh, didn't know the kid had that much time.
A lot of free time on his hands to write us, apparently. Number 1, will there ever be a Drunk Tales 3, or will those sultry stories just weave into the narrative as they happen? I'm going to say no. No, Drunk Tales 3. I think they just come in now.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of piped in because
think the whole
we wanted to just establish our best drinking stories.
Yeah,
for those,
well, I
know?
think the first Drunk Tales Part 1 is the second episode we ever made, which was recorded in the same night as the first one, so it was like the first thing we ever did. And I think back then we believed there was going to be much more structure to this, like way more structure.
Like
to this.
we thought there was going to be we
we thought there'd be
tighter like
'cause,
themes.
Yeah,
and
we had a lot of
everything.
themed episodes early on, and that everything's completely gone out the window.
Yeah, no,
And-
it's just wild at this point.
Yeah, because that was when we were like real green and we had a lot of stories to tell. That's primarily why I wanted to tell the drunkest I've ever been, which I think might have been on the second one. But I had a lot of drunk stories that I had compiled throughout my long, shitty life.
That we finally had a
Yeah.
platform for.
But now
now we're just making the new ones.
Yeah,
and
because
so they
we've
just kinda
talked
get peppered
about
in.
everything.
And
so-
like there have been some times in the last, well, really since we've been doing this, that I have been as wasted as I've possibly been in my entire life.
Yeah, and we tell them immediately.
Yeah,
after.
so I guess they're
think
just gonna
it's
get peppered in
Yeah,
from now
and
on.
there won't be a 3 unless we have like some just insane bender.
Yeah,
that
so
we just that we dedicate a whole episode.
So
to.
Leonard, I guess to answer your question, Drunk Tales 3 is going to be a lot like Half-Life 3. You want it, but it's never going to happen.
Yeah, so just keep hoping for it. But yeah, now I think people don't realize back then we had so many stories, and now we just occasionally find stories like the turtle story.
Yeah.
But we don't have anything, and we have no agenda. I also feel like people talk to me about this a lot in person when I talk about the podcast, or they bring it up, is that they think we go in with anything really,
Which is crazy.
and the
'cause
only
more
thing
often
we go in with
is like anxiety.
Yeah, a lot of anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
And then submissions. And then we might have 1 or 2 stories. But recently there hasn't even been stories. It's just been nonsense.
It's been winter. There's been nothing going on. We can't get out and get into shenanigans when it's this cold and snowy out.
I have been sober due to the winter weather.
Yeah, it's been.
killing me.
I have not been. I've been drinking a lot at the house.
No, I can't drink at my house.
Are you kidding me? I have to work on replenishing the beer supply now. I've been drinking so many beers.
I can't drink alone. It makes me feel bad.
I'm not drinking alone.
Well, drinking with your demons isn't drinking with friends.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's true. That wasn't one of the moderate ones. Number 2, what do you think, you guys? What do you think of the music video and to a lesser degree song by Oliver Tree, Hurt? I found the video hilarious and over the top, but wasn't crazy about the song. This is another case of me not remembering the questions we were asked, so I did not do the homework.
I also did not do the homework. I will say there is an Oliver Tree song I like called Alien Boy that's really, really good. He is just odd to me, though. I guess he kind of got started when he started doing music. It was a very... He did like just this not avant-garde, but like, you know, like that like indie pop electronica kind of stuff. And I guess Tom York from Radiohead was a big fan of his when he was doing that. But then he's developed this Oliver Tree persona that he has, where he's like wearing tracksuits and he has a bowl cut and he rides a scooter everywhere. Like, it's kind of like a meme, you know? And so the music videos are like they're really fun and goofy to watch, but I don't take his music like seriously at all. And I feel like in the beginning he was going for more of like a serious vibe to his music, but now it's just kind of like fun and goofy. Yeah. I will say Alien Boy does get stuck in my head when I listen to it. Like, it'll come up on my shuffle and like I'll give it a listen. He's just not somebody that's ever on my radar. You know?
I will also say I don't take it seriously because I did not look into it because I forget sometimes.
We'll look it up after the show and we'll just talk about how terrible it is.
Yes, we will say that we will do that and we won't.
Nope. We're just going to play some Soulja Boy after this.
Of course.
Gucci band.
Number 3.
Gucci
will you do anything special for episode 100? Got any plans maybe? If I were to spitball a few ideas, maybe do some kind of in-person fan interaction, start the Dapper Dads cult, maybe do a live video, do the cult, I don't know, like maybe even make a song.
The whole cult?
Yeah.
For episode 100?
Yeah, he said do the cult.
We've only
twice,
got like 30-some episodes before 100, so like we
only have 23.
Yeah, so we got to get going on this cult if we're going to bang all of them.
So maybe even make a song about the dad cult, really leaning into the cult here.
Yeah, I feel like you really just want to be in the cult,
Just a few things to maybe get some weird, crazy poultry gears turning. I needed my poultry gears to be turned.
Yeah.
That guy in my head's been dead for decades.
He's caught up in the gears. They just can't get his body out.
A lot of my gears are full of
skeletons now.
At this point.
And spider webs.
Yeah.
And the young ewes find him and they're like, ah.
Yeah, it's the haunted part of my brain. You know, where like math and maps are.
Yeah.
People go in there with flashlights.
And they try to find him. They just find skeletons of you dead just laying around trying to do math.
Yeah.
They all died trying to do math.
Yeah, as I will one day. Yeah, no, we're obviously going to do something for episode 100.
Yeah, but we're not going to tell you.
No,
like,
because
you're
episode,
have to get there.
That's the tricky thing here, folks, is episode 100 will be like 4 episodes before the 2-year episode.
Yeah.
And so there's obviously there's something there, or we just completely ignore both of those
and just keep going
landmarks and just never
do what we got to do.
The cult also it's just ready to go. We're locked and loaded. We need a good name, ready. And we need people. No one has officially signed up.
Yeah, we need
Leonard,
the
you're
people.
alluding to it a lot, but sign up. We need to have the actual cult, and we need to iron out some deets. We need a good solid name, and then we need like
Dapper Disciples isn't bad.
Yeah, I think Dapper Dad's Disciples, because then it's 3D, which shout out to Ted. I think he suggested that. So yeah, I guess that's the working title right now.
Yeah.
We'll workshop and brainstorm some things.
There's definitely going to be cloaks.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not a cult if it's not
Big
a cloak.
hooded cloaks.
Yeah. I want to I'd like to have like a Heaven's Gate type scenario.
I'd really like a lot of ritualistic worship. You know, like a lot of ceremonies with like the robes.
Well, I like Heaven's Gate because they all had those sick Nikes that at the time were like garbage, but now they go for like $2,000. And I would
Nikes?
I would die to have a pair of those Nikes.
I would care for once in my life if I could get a pair of those.
For one pair
I would care about Henry
I forget what those Nikes are even called, but yeah, they're like incredibly hard to find. Frank Ocean wears a pair of them in the Nikes video.
Ooh.
So fitting.
Of course he does.
And yeah, they all, what was it? The Hale Bopp Comet they were going to hop on, and they all cut their dicks off. So I think that's a pretty solid
Yeah,
cult.
We're not cutting our dicks off.
No, but we might make people cut their dicks off.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Over time. Because like cults all start pretty chill. You're just a group of people having a good time.
Just hanging out, yeah.
And then at the end, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got to reach that point.
It's not always about the destination. It's about the journey.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, I think Heaven's Gate is like the best in my opinion, or like the Jonestown, shit. Those are like the two big ones.
Yeah.
Charles Manson's was whack.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything.
It was just
he didn't do anything,
no,
which is the best cult leader.
Yeah, but it's just a bunch of dirty hippies running around doing crazy shit.
Like, they were trying to start a race war and shit.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
It's like, and he thought the Beatles were selling him to and Helter Skelter or something.
And the one Beach Boy was gonna help him.
Well, fun fact: Charles Manson actually wrote a Beach Boys song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked heavily with Brian Wilson?
No, not Brian.
I think it was Brian.
No, this was when Brian was going through all the crazy shit where he was like getting hopped up on drugs and like.
Who did he work with? And the drummer? Who was?
It was one of the. I think it was Dennis Wilson.
Carl Wilson.
No, Carl Wilson is in the band. It was
Carl Dennis Brian.
Yeah, and then their dad Murray Wilson was their manager when they started, and Murray Wilson was insane. Like he was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
he made the Beach Boys.
Yeah, he was like insanely abusive to the kids growing up.
That's how you make the best music.
Yeah, like I read Brian Wilson's autobiography a couple years ago, and it talked about how Murray did one time Carl didn't want to eat tomatoes or something. He was a little fat kid.
Bitch.
He was just like a little fat kid who didn't
Carl.
like tomatoes. And his dad sat there and shoved them in his mouth and made him eat them because
that's how it was back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day you could just do whatever you want.
Yeah. Why don't God stop reminding me of my
mistakes as he's shoving tomatoes in Carl's mouth.
Carl Jr.
Because Dennis was like a crazy alcoholic. I remember in the book at one point somebody was talking about how in the late 70s Dennis's thing was to take a gallon of milk and pour out half of it and then fill it up with rum and just walk around drinking it all day.
Hell yeah. The Moloko Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, milky alcohol.
Milk, like whole milk and rum.
It's just milk
whole
and
milk
alcohol.
and rum.
That's what they drink in Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's rum, but it's
no. In Clockwork
liquors.
Orange, they have crazy drugs in the milk to activate all your crazy shit in your brain.
I thought it was just liquor and.
No, in the book,
Moloko Plus.
I know in the book it's like a weird mix of
the book
drugs
might
that
be,
make you do that's what makes them want to rape so bad is because it wakes up their crazy parts in their brain they're doing.
I thought the whole point of it was that's just how they were. That's why the whole.
Well, that's just how they were, but the milk is what they drink to get crazy.
Straight from the udder.
Yeah, they're just taking weird hormone tit milk straight from the.
I've had that Shamrock shit, you know what I mean?
Shamrock shake?
Yeah, I've had it. No, I don't drink Shamrock shakes anymore because it's a fucking ordeal to ever get one.
It is.
We can't do this. But I don't know. You can buy. It's like a melted Shamrock shake, and it's alcohol. They also have an orange one.
Oh yeah,
I went to a liquor store one time and they had free samples, and I tasted it, and I was like, "Well, I'll get a bottle of that and drink a sip of it and let it get bad,
ferment,
get even worse." I guess.
Have you ever had Tequila Rose, I think it is.
Yeah,
that pink creamy stuff. It's so good.
I had that before I had tequila, so I thought that was what tequila was.
Oh, baby,
because who gave it to me? Someone gave it to me, and it was a big bottle at a show, and you can just drink the fucking shit
it's just
out of that.
So it's so good. It's like alcoholic strawberry milk almost. It's just so good.
It's delicious at the right time because then you can't be throwing beers and stuff in there. You gotta have
you gotta appreciate the pink liquor.
Rose.
Comes in that nice little matte black bottle.
Yeah. And then I had tequila later, and it's a little different.
A little bit, yeah.
Slightly jarring.
Oh, God. Last time I was at a bar with some people, someone bought me a tequila shot, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I'm going to start buying you tequila shots.
I get really mean when I drink tequila.
That isn't a thing. They've proven that that's not true.
Then why does it happen?
You're just really mean when you're drunk. I've been telling you this. You keep doing things that are destructive.
Name one.
You're always yelling at all of us.
We're all always yelling at all of us when we're drunk.
Everybody's doing something wrong when we're yelling.
But we're all yelling.
Everybody's doing something wrong.
We're always all doing something wrong. That's part of our aesthetic.
That's part of our what?
Part of our aesthetic!
There you fucking go. Full government name. There you fucking go.
Life's getting dark.
The newer one is Henry Winkler. Make sure when someone is talking to you, just go, Henry Winkler.
And then get even closer to their ear and really wetly go, Schlit, fuck my dad.
Yeah. Well, that can lead down a bad road. I'd say stick to the Henry Winkler. No one will end up
when you get
fucking your dad.
comfortable, be like, but I mean, is it talking about actually fucking her or are you just saying fuck my dad?
No, I think if you get real close to the ear and, make disgusting noises.
Slit, fuck my dad.
Yeah, it sounds like you're inviting them to have
very
sex
intimate
with your
sounding.
father. Oh, how intimate is it going to be when they fuck your dad?
Hopefully very. He deserves a good time.
Does he?
I don't
He
think
tried
so.
to kill your turtle.
He tried to kill a lot
If
of
you're
things.
going to fuck Slim's dad, bring up the childhood trauma you've heard here.
Yeah.
In the throes of the love.
Yeah, make
making.
sure when you're deep
I've been
inside
told
my
not
dad.
to have sex with his dad
Yeah,
anymore,
because
so
you're
I can't
weird
bring it.
about it.
How is it weird?
It's just weird because you have like this forced intimacy thing with it. It's almost
No, there's no forcing.
It's like you're yeah. See, that's what like it's so you act like it's so natural to be intimate with my dad.
Oh,
and
yeah,
everyone else
it
is
is.
forcing it.
No one's forcing our intimate relationship. They might force their sex. He might force sex. on
Now
other
I'm just
people.
picturing I wake up and come downstairs for breakfast and you're both there like you're like standing behind him in his robe like kissing his neck
Yeah.
and at the same time you both go, oh, why do I keep
No,
getting reminded
you
of my
say that.
mistakes? Yeah, at that point, yeah, that's what I'm. You're there and you're there looking like Dale Gribble in his tighty whities kissing my dad's neck. Ugh.
Oh, I would love to see myself in some tidy whities.
I would also love to see you in some tighty whities for what it's worth.
I gotta get rid of some of this gut, and then I'll pour into some of those.
No, I want the gut.
No, the gut's getting out of control.
I need the belly.
Not in tidy whities.
Gotta
You can
have
have
a
the You can have the
belly.
belly in the boxers. You've seen that.
The belly and the boxers is where it's at.
Yeah, and the tidy whities, I need a slimmer profile.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Get that
I
muffin
haven't
top
put
going on the top.
Tidy whities on in
Ever.
43 years. I wore
Yeah.
them as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, but like as a grown man, when you could make the distinction about what proper underwear is, you get boxers.
Yeah,
I'm a boxer brief man myself.
I can't. But you will have better looking balls.
Yeah.
Except I've seen yours and they're very loose around the bottoms.
I mean, they're very the
You
boxer
gotta-
briefs or the balls.
both.
Yeah.
Just the whole area is very loose.
Yeah.
But,
lot of looseness going on down there.
The thigh holes are stretched out.
Well, yeah, it's because I was a bigger boy.
Well, you got to get new boxer briefs.
I do got to get new boxer briefs, but they're all sized differently. So like I'll go to get some and like I'll get like extra
You gotta
large.
find-
I'll get larges and they'll be like so tight they're choking my dick, and then I'll get extra larges and they're so big that they like blossom out. and I
You
don't
got to be
need
like
that.
me. You have to find one brand and just stick with it. I wear Tommy
I've been looking-
Hilfiger
Ugh.
boxers.
Do you really?
Yes.
Tommy Hilfiger?
Exclusively.
Okay.
They are great, and it's all I will wear. Some of them are getting very out of shape, and I need to buy more. It's one of those things that's an expensive purchase, but then it does last.
If it's worth it, yeah.
Yeah. I've also been in heavy email communication with Gildan, trying to find the undershirts that I so desperately crave.
They're good
And I was
undershirts.
told this morning that they are no longer being manufactured. So I have 2 packs of these garbage new versions. And the lady's like, what do you look for in an undershirt? Maybe I can help you find another one that we make. So I'm that old that I have long email correspondence where she stopped emailing back, and I sent 2 separate emails asking when I was going to be helped to finally get a response this
So
morning.
this is what you're doing during the week.
Yeah. I am a very old man, and
Yeah.
people don't realize it.
No, you're very old. It's upsetting.
That was also the
sometimes.
second series of Gildan emails I sent because they stopped replying to my first ones. So I said, you know what?
They started
Fuck
getting.
this.
You started wording them very harshly for what it's worth, making a lot of big, bold threats.
I was very nice. They just are very ignorant, and we were having a very hard time trying to figure out what makes the shirts different, which is my whole problem. Why did you make the shirts different?
What's
the new
different
ones,
about them?
They're so scratchy. They irritate my skin.
Cheaper
These
material.
ones are so soft. Yeah, it's definitely cheaped out because that's what she said. She was like, do you like the fit? Do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like the cut? Do you like blah, blah, blah? And I was like, they fit exactly the same. It's the material, it's scratchy, and it irritates my skin. I'm wearing it under another shirt, and it's very unpleasant. Why don't you have softer shirts anymore? You know how many other undershirt companies I've been going through trying to find something?
And how many of them advertise like newer, softer material?
I know, but then it's such a gamble. Why can't you buy one undershirt? 1 or 2? I want a 1 or 2 pack.
I don't need like a 5-pack or a
12
6-pack.
shirts.
Yeah, I don't need.
I need
whole
to
thing of
test them.
Yeah.
I was able to buy Uniqlo. Everyone says their undershirts are great. I went to Woodfield Mall just to get a Uniqlo undershirt because you can buy one. It was $6, and it sucks. It's too soft. You know what I mean? Where it gets like
soft?
silky and like
Oh yeah.
feels like saddening and weird. I'm just
Yeah,
under
I
my
don't like
shirt
that.
slipping around.
I just want that comfortable mix of like
I
soft,
just want
like
just
stiff
soft.
but
Yeah,
soft.
I want
you know?
a durable shirt that's soft. When the neck isn't even a problem on the undershirt because I'm putting a better shirt
This is
over it.
real dad
You
talking
don't,
now.
you don't understand the struggle I've been going through. That's what I mean. I found Tommy boxers, and that's all I wear now because I know what I like. And you got to get them. Now I've learned if I find an undershirt, I'm buying hundreds of them. Not even fucking joking. I will drop a fucking bag on undershirts once I find
Drop
the right
a
ones.
fat stack
to
on some
never have to
undershirts.
worry about this again.
Subscribe to our Patreon so we can blow it
Please,
on undershirts.
Please, God. And if you have undershirt recommendations, if you're
send them our way,
understanding,
please.
because
yeah.
I was thinking trying out Hanes and Fruit of the Loom again because they brag about being soft.
I don't like Fruit of the Loom.
Basic.
I'm
I
not a
used
fan
to wear
of them.
Hanes, and I don't remember the issue.
Hanes is good.
stopped.
I wear Hanes. I do Hanes undershirts, and I like Hanes.
Soft.
Soft, but like it's like soft, but it's not like overbearing.
Give me one of your undershirts.
You want one?
Yeah, I want to just try one on.
Yeah,
so I don't have to buy it.
that sounds great. Let's do it.
This is how I swear to God, this has been like the last couple months since it's been an ongoing issue, but I've just been rocking these drastically old. That's the other thing. These Gildan undershirts I've been wearing for years.
Yeah,
but
they
now
last.
the necks are starting to become unraveled.
Yeah.
And if I wear
and
a
I
shirt
know how
where
you
it
are
peeks
about
out,
your necks.
it looks like the necks can be. Yeah, this is getting to. This is a private conversation for us. But if you have undershirt recommendations, don't give me no bullshit.
Let us know what a
I tried
Supreme
Amazon
undershirt is.
Amazon Essentials because they're new and they bragged about them, had good reviews. Weirdly long and just like slippery, soft. That's not what I want.
Yeah, I don't want them to be super long. The problem that I have is I have a long torso.
Yes, I also have a long torso.
So what'll happen is I'll get like because I'm wearing a large now, so like I'll get a pack of large undershirts, wear them, and they're fine, and then I wash them and they
shrink up.
They shrink up,
Yeah.
and then like I'm walking around the house with my bottom of my belly hanging out of my undershirt.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's a fucking struggle. You
Yeah.
get comfortable with something and then they change the product, and this is why I wish
no
for
good.
death on people.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It's like you've ruined my life.
Yeah.
Like now I'm spending so much time buying undershirts, emailing people about undershirts, doing heavy research on the internet and Amazon specifically
Your
about
brain makes more
undershirts.
sense to me every episode that we record.
Yeah, all the guys in my head are now focused on undershirts.
And because they're all
I
just
want
wearing
comfort.
undershirts.
And I keep washing the other Gildan ones, thinking maybe if I wash them enough over time,
Use
they'll
some
become
fabric
soft. Yeah,
softener.
I did all this shit. I soaked them in a hot bucket of salt water for 8 hours because that's what was recommended on. I'm doing like this is what my life is. I struggle to get this podcast out, and I obsessively focus on things to a point that any other person I think would crumple under the pressure that
You're starting to.
I'm definitely going to, but I haven't yet. I'm a very strong man.
The crack in that yet and the unsureness in that last statement lead me to believe otherwise.
I mean, I'm right. I'm teetering, and it could all be better if I just had a better undershirt. It's just the simple things in life that
would be
become
better with
not
a better
so
undershirt.
fucking simple. So yeah, someone help me. I'm neurotic, and I need a better undershirt.
Well, if you know where we can get a better undershirt, why don't you just go ahead and let us know.
Call 4027
Dapper.
Dapper repeatedly. Leave voicemails.
Send pictures of the shirts.
Yes.
Text us pictures of the
Yeah,
shirts.
if you're a guy and you wear undershirts regularly, seriously, bang that line.
Let us
Tell
know.
me what brand you wear and what your thoughts are. If you can point me in the right direction, I'm taking anything I can get now because what I'm doing is every week I'm just purchasing different undershirts until I find the right ones or until this bitch from Gildan gets back to me with some
there
sort
goes
of
our
fucking
Gildan
style.
sponsorship. They were going to send us a whole crate of
Fuck 'em.
shirts.
And they make the best blank, like normal shirts, like this Gildan tee. When I buy a shirt online that has something printed on it and it's Gildan, I'm like,
hell
perfect.
yeah, that's
best
quality.
neck, quality, sturdy shirt. It's gonna last. It's beautiful. All of our shirts that we sell are Gildan because they're great products. But your undershirts, why'd you have to change it, guys? Why'd you have to change it? And I was like, is there any sort of, can I get like a UPC or some sort of identifying marker so maybe I can go on eBay or some like, because if you go on Amazon, this is getting so thorough, but just glimpse into my mind for a minute.
This is unraveling.
If you go on Amazon, you can find so many different versions of Gildan undershirts, and I'm thinking one of them has to be the ones I'm looking for.
So you're just going to have to buy every package till you find it.
And Amazon has a good return policy, so I think I'm just going to keep buying Gildan undershirts until I figure it out.
This is going to be the theme of 2019.
Yeah, this is the year I find out I have to find an undershirt. These ones are so yellow in the pits from sweat and disgusting around the neck. You've seen me. It's a nightmare.
It is a nightmare. Everything about you is a nightmare. Everything about us is a nightmare. We're living in a constant, waking, beautiful nightmare.
I know. So someone, please God, just get me an undershirt so I can just...
We live in a dream, but who's the dreamer? And what kind of undershirt is he wearing?
Yeah. Why does God keep reminding me of my
mistakes?